Going live. We're live. Hey, it's 5am Mester Scrum. Hope you're doing well. We're a little bit late. It's 6:19. Yeah, the daylight savings time thing is catching up. Not there yet, but we'll get there. Anyway, this is 5am Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach, and we're here to help you with some practical and tactical ideas in Scrum and Agile so that you get you home to your family and friends at a decent time so you can do side gigs, have fun, build your own brand, do whatever you would like to do more of, and also bring some more value to your customer. Make sure that you are bringing value to your customer without having to work 60, 80 hours a week, and so you have some fun along the way. I'm good. Balancing work and life. So today, a lot of things yesterday. I think this coronavirus thing is going a little crazy. I think people are nuts. Anyway, that's my point. That's my personal opinion. And they're all getting all crazy at work with the coronavirus. I had a couple people who had to cancel their classes this month because their company says and I knew this was coming too. And I told the guy who runs the company, I said, these companies are going to start canceling the training because they got their companies to pay for the training and they're not paying for the training. The companies don't want to take the risk of having sent somebody or paid for somebody to go to training and then they're liable and all this. It's all litigation. Has nothing to do with anything. It's all about litigation, but my personal call is that they're going to pay for it next year when the flu virus kicks in. And we all have the flu and this coronavirus is still around. It's not going to go anywhere. Just like the flu virus. And then when people want to stay home, they say, well, you can't stay home. Well, you just said last year, we can go home or we had to get out of here because of the coronavirus. And it's the same thing. And it's going down a slippery slope to a place that's not going to be good. But one person's opinion, we have to be agile and flexible to adjust to such dynamics in the environment and to the business market, right? So it's really important you do become more agile because this stuff really didn't hit like this, and this within the past, couple of weeks where it's really going crazy and people are kind of panicking. So if you don't have this agile business model in place, how are you going to react to this if you really need to react to this? How are you going to put stuff out there, take advantage of the markets? Everybody's selling their stocks. I'm just waiting for it to stop because I'm going to buy about 10 grand worth of stocks, man. I don't know about you, but I'm eyeing up right now which ones I want to grab a hold of because these idiots are panicking, and that's how the people make money. They buy low, sell high. So they don't sell low and buy high. Anyway, we're not a stock market thing. We're here to talk about Agile and Scrum. However, so the two things I do want to talk about today. I want to talk about certifications a little bit, and I want to talk about product owner. We're going to revisit my version of the Moscow chart that I draw, only because I had a fun. So let's see. Let's talk product owner first, because that'll be a little longer, and then I'll talk certifications at the end of the show. So, unknown company, though if you watch my Twitter, you know who I was talking about, decided to change their software. And there's a couple of reasons why I can see this changing. It's really tough when you're in IT and you do this and you built software and you built product for 30 years and you kind of know what's going on and you kind of look and you kind of wonder what's going on in the behind the curtain of a company. So this company, they roll out some new software and they have millions of people in their customer base, right? And it's nobody I work for, but I'm a customer. And they roll out the software and give a new product. And they want to grandfather the old product line. However, they don't tell the existing customers that they need to switch over to the new product line in order to take advantage of the benefits and the new, I'm going to say, interest rate. Hint, hint. Then when you call up as a customer and you realize you're not making as much money on your money in their account, and they said, well, you have to go on your new system, create a new account, and then transfer your money from the old account to the new account. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to get penalized for that. No, you won't. But here's my thing. If I was a product owner, and this is a product owner kind of thing, and I own the product, and I'm building new software, probably awesome software. A couple of reasons why I might be building a whole new software. One, the old code is spaghetti code, and they can't maintain it, and they had to come up with a new system because it's not like it's rocket science. Like that, it's not like that amazingly different. But I have a feeling their technical debt on their old software was amazingly high, and this is why. They didn't create anything to convert automatically the old customer to the new system, whether it be an automatic being done for the customer for customer service sake, or building a little button that would then, do you want to move your account from the old system to the new system and take advantage of the new rates? You would think that would be pretty relatively easy. And now I know there's probably government regulations and tape and all, but you can easily automate that. Come on, we automate test system. It's not that hard to grab the information from one account. As long as the customer clicks the button, grabs it all, creates a new account, does the migration, asks you what percentage you want to even do it all, whatever, and pushes it all on the new account. Or it could be just one for one. Hey, this is a real simple thing. We're just going to create the same name account, put it in the new account, give the same information, just transfer one to another. If you can't do that, it tells me that the old stuff on the left-hand side is really spaghetti code. They don't know how to get the data out of there and put it in there. They need you to do the old-fashioned transfer account to account. But if I was a product owner, I would want to maintain my status with my existing customer base. And this is why. And I'm going to use a little whiteboard. And I draw my little square, okay? And the way I do it is I say the top side is customers. Top is customer. To the left is an existing customer. To the right is a new customer. All right? I draw a little grid, a little square, the grid down the middle, like that. See that? And up here is money, cash. On the left-hand side, I do my cash. Money's king. I don't care what anybody says. Cash is king, still king. You got cash, you're king. It's like when this market falls down, and if you have cash, like I've been stashing money in my savings account, then you buy. Then you own the world. That's how it works. That's how Gary Vee got rich, by the way. He didn't have much. He took what he had and dumped it all in there, by the way, when the time was there. This is immediate cash. Immediate. So the idea is, if you do new software, the idea is you get some immediate cash. This is future, like, future cash. Can't type. So the middle line is like future, where we're going to implement something and we know we can generate some new business. Maybe, maybe it's a new product line. Maybe we're selling some stuff. And this is unknown. We don't know when the cash is going to be. Maybe this is more brand type stuff. That's the new word, right? So this right here is a sweet spot. Because you help with existing customers, so maybe some new ones. You get immediate or future cash. This is where you want to be to make money. This is where the new customer comes in. And it's great when you can take this new customer in this far corner and get them into the sweet pot, because the longer they're a new customer, the more they become existing, the more you make money. But when you do this chart, this is where that new customer is. This is existing. What this company did was they worked more down here and forgot about the sweet spot, right? You lose a customer, or you put an opportunity for the customer to leave or to research other projects as a chance you lose immediate cash. That's not good, right? It's always good to get some new customers, and this is where you're exploring, grabbing new, but the returns on the new customer aren't the same as the existing customer base. Now, there are some customers that cost you money, and you need to get rid of them, right? Because they're just eating up all your income because they're just bad customers. But this is a sweet spot, and what they did, and I'm just going to see if I can do this up light. There we go. So the top left-hand corner is the sweet spot. That has existing customers, some new customers, has immediate cash and future cash. So that's where that is. These are must-haves in a Moscow. If I did a Moscow, that's a must-have, right? Also in the sweet spot are cost savings. Savings. Okay. So I have a couple little extra things, and I'll link to it. But the must-have, the cost savings, they're all in there, and that's where that would go. Whoops, this is your sweet spot. But that's where savings, must-haves, should-haves are in here too, and maybe these are could-haves, right? And these are and down here is, so we have the must-haves, Moscow, right? M-S is should, C is could, and the last W is want, and the W's are down here somewhere, okay? But these are those savings, all righty? So that gives you an idea. But what they did is they went down here too fast, and they forgot about the current existing customers. And what I'm just saying is that now me as a customer, I am shopping around. I am looking around to see if there's any organizations that have a better rate return on what I got. You created an avenue for me to leave, right? My insurance company did that a couple years ago because of some small number. They were like, I'm not giving you $500 for deductible. I'm like, really? I've been your customer for 20 some odd years. You're not going to give me the $500 deductible when we got photographic evidence and everything on there? No. Okay, fine. Then I went to Geico, which I did save a lot of money. Geico was good. It's not an ad for Geico, but I'm going to say I am never going back to that insurance company ever again. But Geico saved me, and I made thousands of dollars in savings every year, which I'm probably enough at this point in time. I probably could buy a new car. But anyway, when you have existing customers, like 20 years worth of money, they make thousands of dollars off you every year. And you're just going to lose that for a potential new customer or to be whatever. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to talk about from the product owner standpoint. Make sure when you build software, you find a way to make sure that your existing customer, because it's software, have an easy transition to the new system. It's like a customer service. Oh, by the way, customer, we created this way. You just hit this button and it'll transfer your money to a new account. That's customer service, right? That's customer value add. You should think about it before you do the software like that. So now I'm out shopping, putting the word out, putting stuff on social media, trashing the company. Say, you either got bad code or you're terrible product owners. But you got to think about that when you have a new product line, which you're introducing. And if you don't cover your existing customers, you're going to take a hit, and it ain't going to be pretty. All right. It's 14 minutes into the show. We want to try to make it within 15-minute time box. This is the other thing I want to talk about: certifications. People always ask me about my certifications, and I got a lot of them. Well, when you do this stuff and you become a coach, or you're someone really interested in the profession, I go look for classes that are, one, interesting to me, because I'm usually paying for it myself. I don't think I've ever got my company to pay for stuff for me. Maybe a long time ago, but even then I paid for it. Most of my stuff is professional. So when I do my PMP, my ACP, my Scrum Alliance, my SAFE, I don't know what else I got. I don't know. Got a bunch of other ones. They usually require you when you get to professional, not when you just get the base cert, that if you want to maintain your cert, you have to take so many classes. So every year, every 2 years, I take a class. I take a cert. Some years I take more than one. And I learn something, I bring something, and that's how I got all my certs. So if I've been doing this for 8 years, I got 16 certs, which is probably true. Some are repeats of the same thing because I also learned that each class teachers teach it differently, and sometimes they take the same thing more than once. So I really don't write down I got more than one certs in a particular area because it doesn't matter, right? It just if I paid the money, I get to renew and it just renews it. But certs are, it's a good way of you got to take the class anyhow to renew and grow. And this is also what, when you become an Agile coach, you bring these new tools into your organization because you're a lifetime learner, right? It's a lifetime learning experience where you're learning new stuff, new capability, new thought process, and you're bringing in. So I just want to encourage everybody to go take a class, get a cert. It's not to prove that you know or don't know anything, but it's a condensed version of information that comes into your brain and then you share. So I just want to add that with certs. And I encourage everybody to get a certs. I don't grade anybody for not having certs. However, I will say, if you've been in Scrum, and this is the one thing I want to say because I looked at a lot of resumes. Let's say you've been doing Scrum for 7 years. Maybe you got an inexpensive cert like I did when I first started, just to get an idea what Scrum is. This is what I want to do. Some kind of Scrum Master cert. But just to get a feel for it, you want to save some money. But if this is something you really want to do, and in 7 years or so, because I've seen these people a couple of years, 4 years, 3 years, haven't either figured if they want to get a PSM cert or a Scrum Alliance cert, or Scrum.org or Scrum Alliance type cert. I'm like, well, why not? What do you want to do? Right? You have to establish where you're going. Are you doing safe? Right? Where are you going to be? Where you think your professional run's going to be? But if you're still thinking about it, I'm like, dude, do you know what you want to do yet? How are you advising? How are you mentoring? How are you bringing the outside world into your organization? I do ask that question. It's like, I know some people are on search, but I'm like, yeah, but that's our business. That's our our profession, right? And if you don't pursue that profession, then I'm like, really? Are you really into it or are you not? Are you holding back? Or are you into it? So that's just one thing I just want to share with that. As you get old, more mature in an organization, yeah, you're young, you're trying to figure it out. But there's a little expectation that you do get some certs along the way. You should be training. We're looking for lifetime learners, right? So I'm hoping you're learning from other people and not just pricking everything I bring. Maybe everything's perfect and you got a gift for it. More power to you. But people like me, I like to learn. I have my ideas, but I always learn every time I go to these classes. A lot of times I learn from the students. Anyway, you have a great day. We're 18 minutes in. We're 3 minutes over a 15-minute. That's bad, Greg. You shouldn't be 3 minutes over top of your time. Anyway, have a great day. Enjoy. Ring the bell. Enjoy the TikToks. Eddie's TikTok's still going crazy. But you have an awesome day. All right. Take care. Bye. See ya.